podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to our 10th episode, and I'm really hyped. We're talking this time about the fall season of 2021, and looking forward. There is this time a lot of animes. I'm really looking forward and have high expectations compared to the last season, and I think it's the same for Lucas.
Yeah, for sure. I think we will have a lot of good stuff to talk about here.
So yeah, this will be a really interesting talk. And first of all, like we always do, want to thank you for all your support. You're the ones keeping our show running and helping us getting more people knowing about us. And please follow us, tell your friends about us, share our videos. We're really thankful for that. And yeah, follow us on Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, Apple. We should be also already available now. So yeah, thank you for that. And let's start already. So the first anime we want to talk about, which is most likely the anime everybody is waiting for, that's why it will be also the first one we talk about, of course, is Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train arc. No joke, but it's basically it's kind of the
You're kind of right.
cinema.
Yeah.
It's kind of the Mugen Train arc as well, but most likely you also already watched this in the cinema, like we all did. I mean, yeah, it's hard. It was really hard to watch it here in the cinema. Like there was like for 1 week, I think, the anime running, and you waited so long for it to come here. It was a bit sad after like hearing all the hype it got in Japan. It was a bit sad how it was here. But yeah, so the Mugen Train arc in Demon Slayer second season will be also part of it. It will be like the first 7 episodes of the second season will be the Mugen Train arc, and then the next arc starts, which will be the entertainment arc. I didn't read the manga, so I'm really looking forward to what will happen now after this huge story from the Mugen Train arc. The movie was really awesome, like
Yeah,
quite
same
mind
for
blowing.
me. Same for me. I also don't read the manga. And what's also interesting is that I'm not sure, but it looks like they will add some new scenes to this TV show. So to this TV core for the Mugen Train arc. So it could be interesting to rewatch, even if you watch it before.
Yeah.
So yeah, and right after that, in December, in 5th of December, is going to start the entertainment district arc. So it's also good to keep up and remember, because if you watch it, the movie, it was most likely in the start of the year, so it's good to refresh on your mind and keep hyped for the next arc, right?
Yeah, also the first episode will be a 1 hour special and seems to be also having already some parts before the Mugen Train arc. So also curious about that. But yeah, in general, I'm really interested. It will be like exactly the movie kind of. So I would definitely watch it. And yeah, music
Yeah.
wise, also Lisa is, I think, doing the opening again. I'm wondering, is it then the ending of the movie, which will be the opening? That would be like every time you're like crying in the beginning, and, and then the episode starts.
Yeah. I actually, I don't know which what are going to be the openings and endings, but if it's going to be Lisa, it's definitely going to be good. So I definitely have high expectations for that.
Yeah, same. And yeah, other than that, I mean, if you watch the movie, you know what will come, and then afterwards we will get new characters. It seems I saw already like some statues for those, so that's where I get my information from.
Yeah, I'm really hyped about these new Hashiras. I want to see more them appearing and fighting, to see what are their styles. Because, for example, the Fire Hashira, which appeared in the Mugen Train, He was already awesome, and he was strong as hell, and it was really cool to see him fighting and his epic fighting, which was for me the biggest point of the movie. So yeah, I'm really excited to see more Hashiras, and from at least from the from the promotional material, so like the posters and stuff, it seems like it will focus on the Hashira of the Mist, right? Is it the Mist? The guy with silver hair. So it looks like it's going to focus on this Hashira. So it could be really interesting to see if Tanjiro and the other guys will work together with him, or how is it gonna be? Because he was also in the first season not saying much stuff, only like the Wind Hashira, which was completely against Nezuko joining the Demon Slayer ranks together with Tanjiro. And he was just like, just watching, not saying much stuff. But now seems like he was going to be the main characters, at least according to the promotional material. I didn't read the manga, so I don't know. So, but I'm hoping for that.
Yeah. Also curious if the story will be like, if the goal of Tanjiro will be still the same after what happened in the Mugen Train arc. Who
True.
knows?
True. True.
Okay, cool. So that's the first anime, which like starting the season already really, really strong. And the next one, which will be also a sequel anime, will be Mushoku Tensei, the second season. Seeing what is the next adventure for Rudis in his world. Yeah, I think the first season, it ended when they were on this ship, right? Am I?
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
was the ending of the first season, and yeah, I'm really curious, looking forward to see what happens in the second season. The animation of the first season was really awesome, and I'm really curious. Like you also saw already in the first season, in the ending, like some girl devilish character, smaller witch, I don't know what exactly, or succubus demon, something like that. So I guess we'll go on with her a bit.
Yeah, yeah. The just to refresh the if anyone didn't watch, Mushoku Tensei, it's an isekai about a guy who goes to another world and he reincarnates as a baby, actually. So he has to start everything from scratch, and it's the your general fantasy medieval world. So now we are at the point where he's already a kid and he's in another continent trying to go back to where he was since a kind of a cataclysm happened. And yeah, I really have high expectations for this season. I this was one of the isekais that I enjoyed in the last few years, one of the only isekais I enjoyed in the last few years. So so yeah, I have high expectations that it can continue to surprise me, especially. Yeah, I was definitely not expecting it to become so big and so good as it did, and it was a good surprise. And the second season, I hope it continues to do that.
Yeah, you can see how hyped we are, because because normally we're not that hyped about isekais.
That's right.
So yeah,
That's right.
already the second season, looking forward to it and seeing what happens there.
Yeah, I think the whole casting of characters can bring kind of uh, let's say a good setting for the second season, because the first season was more focused on him like growing up, and then only in the last part he got together with the big guy and with Eris. Is it Eris? I think it's Eris, right?
Yeah, it's Alice.
And then they become a kind of a group and they try to hunt and they went to a guild and stuff. So this second season, if they could introduce like something bigger for this to happen, and they can definitely focus more into their interactions, because there was already some interesting stuff going on in the previous season, like with the guy who wants to protect kids but don't care about anyone else, and then these completely scary Rudius and Ares, and yeah, I'm really hoping to see more character development for all those all the characters there. I'm really excited actually. So it's definitely one
Yeah.
of the animes I'm going to um, I'm going to follow every single week religiously. And as when this episode is released, the first episode is going to be already out for sure, because yeah, it's already quite close. So yeah, I'm really excited
What? I
at this
will edit
moment
this
already.
in half an hour and then it will be out.
Let's see. Let's see. Uh,
Yeah, I'm really also I think they now need a bigger story. Like, I mean, you have the character now, you have his development. Would be also good if they keep it like this, but would be also interesting to know now where did the cataclysm come from, and to have like some also perhaps more like villains appear. So you have also like some bad characters you have a bit more track of. Yeah, that would be,
that's
I
true.
think that's what should happen in this season. And I'm also curious, like in the trailers I saw so far, Rudis looked already quite old. Like it felt like it had a time skip somehow. I don't know.
Oh,
It was just the trailers I saw, so I
okay.
don't know.
Okay.
At
Yeah,
least
that
he
this would be
looked for
cool
me a
as
bit
well.
older than yeah.
This would be cool as well. See a
Let's see.
bigger Rudius.
Yeah, when he's like full-fledged magician. And the third sequel in our sequel story is 86, which we had the first season only like 3 months ago, I think, something like that. And yeah, ended with a quite open end, so made us definitely curious what will happen next.
Yeah, yeah. The 886 was one of my favorite animes in the season when it was released, and it felt like the ending was kind of a definitive ending, or kind of a really a place where we can stop with the anime here. And I was really surprised to hear that it's a second season. So now I am really curious to know how they will continue this here, because yeah, the conclusion of the first season doesn't give even a hint how the second season can continue. So
Yeah.
I cannot imagine.
Yeah, I think it would also be still hard to have a happy end in this anime. It just doesn't feel like it will have a happy end. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, like there was at least like if you put the story towards the empire, like there is still this war, right? And they basically, yeah, sacrificed all the characters from the first anime in this war. So
Yeah.
perhaps they could bring this war now as a revenge to the empire again, or I don't know. I mean, if the Undertaker still lives, I have no idea. Like it's really, I hope, I don't know, but I really hope that it doesn't really continue too much with him and his brother, because it was okay and it was interesting, but it didn't feel for me like you can build the story up on just this relationship between him and his brother. I really
Mm-hmm.
don't think so.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah. I think they should bring something else, something different, and I think they will. Even though I still think they are going to be the main characters too, like Shin and the Major, at least from the promotional material. That's what it shows. But yeah, yeah, and just to refresh everyone's mind who are watching, so 86 was an anime coming like 2 seasons ago, and it was based on a visual novel, and it's basically telling the story of a war that's happening between two empires, and one empire is kind of comprised of unmanned machines, so just robots, autonomous robots, and the second empire as well. So they are technically unmanned robots, but that's only what the people usually think, because there are people driving those unmanned robots, those autonomous robots, and but they are not considered people by the people, by the regular citizens of the empire. They're just lower than pigs or slaves. So it's kind of very interesting plot um with very interesting politics behind, and makes you think what people do when they don't consider the other parties like humans and stuff. And it's really interesting, and it focuses on the relationship of the whole squadron that's called the 86 squadron. So yeah, in the first season we saw this 86 squadron like during like fighting against the armies and stuff. And in the second season, I have no idea what is going to happen. But yeah, I hope it continues to be good.
Yeah, I think we talked about it in our was it the 6th episode about the first season of 86?
I'm not sure, but it was in our top 3 animes of the. So we are now in the summer season. So in the top 3 animes of the winter season.
Yeah, exactly. So there
So
we talked about it.
mhm.
Then I think it was the no, it was our it's not that long ago, right? That we released this. It was in episode 8. So what, two
Yeah, the previous
episodes ago,
episodes.
even, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's good because now you can just watch the previous episode and we'll talk about this in depth. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to hear more about this.
Yeah, exactly. Feel free to look there at this video to get a bit more information about 86. But to be honest, it's a quite complex story. So watching the anime makes even more sense.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, and I think for this season, the sequels are really what I'm hyped about the most, because in this episode we only talked about the sequels we are hyped about, and for me it's the biggest point of the season. Even I'm more hyped about the sequels than the original ones that are coming. So those 3 animes are really my top 3 that I'm expecting to watch in the next season.
Yeah, for me it's the same. I mean, okay, I have to say Platinum End is for me also a huge anime I'm really looking forward to because I love Death Note. So yeah, I'm really and Ruth is already reading it, but you will hear more about that in our next episode. So we try to cut it a bit shorter, especially for these next season episodes, and then create more episodes which are a bit shorter and more cut to the point, and we can tell you everything we want to which we have in our mind about all these animes, but in a shorter way and not make you listen through to our episodes. Also, please let us know what you think about it, like if you preferred these 2-hour episodes, because I could also imagine that like you just lie there and listen to the podcast and it just goes on and on and on, and not like you'd start listen to the podcast and then it's over already before
Yeah,
you
true.
finished your manga you're reading. So yeah.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, let us know in the comments what you preferred, and then we will adjust it. But for us, it was always the feeling that it's sometimes taking too long, and we always tried to make it short, but in the end we could not make it short because we talked about too much topics. So now we have to make less topics, then it will be automatically shorter, right?
That's right.
So thank you for listening, and let us know in the comments below also which animes are you looking forward to, and which sequel anime is your favorite sequel anime of this fall season. And yeah, share this podcast. Share it everywhere where you can. Let your friends know. And thank you for the support. And we wish you a nice day. Bye,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye, guys.